Incoming squirrel. We think we've got them beat. Who's winning this battle? This guy's not going to give up. He's a hungry boy today. Hey everybody, what's going on? Sometimes you get so frustrated trying to make things nice, and sometimes you just can't have anything nice, can you? I'm going to show you something in a minute that got destroyed here last week, but anyway, I'm going to show you what good we did before I show you the destruction. Have a look around. The place is looking wonderful. Beans are climbing good. These are scarlet runners. This is a tomato plant we got at our local garden center. It's hard to see it. There's so much green here. Well, that's a pretty mature plant already full of tomatoes. It was on clearance because this time of year garden centers put everything on clearance. This guy over here, another one. It is called a Bush Champion 2 tomato. Never grown them before, but anyway, you can see, look, there's already a nice sized fruit. Check those out. Already some nice sized tomatoes in this bad boy. So, and the beans are growing up well. These are ones that Cindy put in the ground here, and they're starting to take off. Peppers, this bed is full. These little peppers are a little stunted, but this one here has even got some blossoms on it already. Anyways, we're lucky. The drought is over. It was so dry here for the first month or so. We've had rain a couple times in the last week. Look at the grapevine going on here. Look at this. Isn't that crazy? No sign of grapes yet. It's a Concord. I think it's the 4th year for it. It has never looked that good yet. Anyway, it was kind of cool. We went to the local garden center, or I did, and they had trees on sale, half price. So look what we get down here. And I just put these in the other day. It's Sunday now, by the way, the day before Canada Day. This is actually a 4-in-1 apple. 4-in-1, they're ones they graft and all that when they're small. And I'll show you, check out what's on this guy. They call it a combination. Has a Granny Smith, has a Red Macintosh, Red Delicious, and that's only 3. I thought it was a 4-in-1. I think it's a 3-in-1. I guess I can't count. Anyway, but look, there's even an apple on here. Look at that little guy. Probably should have picked it off. But anyway, that is actually a Granny Smith, that apple. So yeah, Granny Smith, Red Macintosh, and Red Delicious on that. Very healthy looking little tree. That's kind of funny. I thought it was 4. It's only 3. This one here, I think, is 4-in-1. Let's count. This is actually a pear tree. Look at this little guy. How nice is that? We have a Rescue pear, a Flemish Beauty pear, a Bosque pear, a Bartlett pear, I've heard of Bartletts, and a red Bartlett pear down here. A red Bartlett pear. Well, that's cool. That's a 5-in-1. I thought these are both 4-in-1 trees. Anyways, look at these. Like, they're a healthy looking little tree. The size of these, I'm 6'3", so, and we're going to monitor this, and this is all new growth on the top and stuff too, and the apple tree is even a little taller. It's pretty much right at my height when you look at it, so you can see. And we're going to give this thing hopefully a couple years, and maybe we'll get some fruit off them, right? It would be kind of nice to see. But there is new growth in both of these. They're really healthy looking plants. This is all new growth on your tips and everything. All new growth on your tips. Even this one here, this is all new growth. All this light colored leaves, that's all new. This is new. This is new up here. This is new. They're just starting to take off, so it's going to be cool. Go out and show you guys the veggie garden out front. It's looking awesome. We got everything mowed up here yesterday too. Everything's all clean, so it always looks so nice when I get this all manicured. The brook is crazy low this year, considering it's the last day of June, and normally it's July when it gets this low. So anyway, we're going to take a walk out front and show you guys what's going on out there. Anyway, yeah, the veggie garden out here is looking real good. Check this out, guys. Check this out. This is looking nice. Here's an overall view, but here's what we got. These are sunflowers. They're coming up really good this year. Hilled these up yesterday. Potatoes, potatoes, potatoes. Beans. This is string beans. That's string beans. And that's string beans. And these are Brussels sprouts. And then along the back, they're pumpkins. And some squash, and then a couple of cucumbers right there. So the beans have not been devoured yet by the deer. Keep our fingers crossed that the deer don't notice these this year and start coming out and eating them, because they're almost ready. They got blossoms on them. You can see they're ready to start producing beans. So yeah, that's a little blossom just about to open. So they are to the stage where they're going to start producing. These are ones. These are farther behind because when we planted them the first time, whatever reason, they didn't come up. So and that, these were only planted last week. These are 2 weeks old. So they're coming up, actually 3 weeks. These are 3 weeks. Those are 1 week. 1 week, 3 weeks. Those, we actually started home from seed, Cindy did. And they're Brussels sprouts, and they're already well over a foot tall, and they look really, really healthy. And nothing's eaten them yet, so thank God. Another beautiful day here today. It's, again, last day of June. Canada Days tomorrow. Airplane flying over top here. But the lawns are all mowed. We've been here since Friday. It's Sunday now. I didn't bother making any video. What a time at that last video, at the mouth of the Macadavic. We're going to go back there very soon. I don't know how we're going to do it yet. If we're going to take the cabin again or what we're going to take, but that place was so hard to leave. What a friggin' spot, eh? What a friggin' spot. And not that busy, not that many people go there because nobody really knows about them. When you search for campgrounds in New Brunswick, it doesn't even come up under campground lists because it's a campground, but it's not a campground. So anybody that wants to camp in New Brunswick, check that place out, eh? Anyways, I'll show you guys what the most frustrating thing was after having a great week and all that and pulling in the driveway here the other day. We were hoping to maybe, have some strawberries this week. Now check these out, Ken. See what you think of this mess. How's that? Mowed down. These cages were not on. How's this mess? Mowed down. Look out of the cabin yesterday morning. Great big freaking rabbit hopping around the lawn here. So guess what? Ate all these. So it's my own fault. You guys saw a couple of videos back how lush these things were. They were looking perfect and beautiful. Well, they were. So I didn't cover them. Squirrels weren't bothering them and all that. And I had these cages off that I made last year because nothing had bothered them yet. Pulled in the driveway here Friday. First thing Cindy said, oh my God, what happened to the strawberries? And that rabbit must have sat here. There was actually 2 rabbits we saw here last week. I was in the kitchen looking out the window. And right here beside the back tire of the truck, I saw one come out and 2 of them went out the driveway there. So I know they're around here doing their thing, right? But pretty friggin' sad that no matter what you do. Oh, and another thing. Planted the trees on Friday. And I used bone meal and blood meal and mixed it into the soil too, what I put in once I dug a pretty big hole for those, right? I should have filmed it, but I didn't bother. Anyways, there's blood meal and bone meal mixed in, and then they recommend to put a layer of mulch on top. Well, you can see that's what the black is, a layer of mulch. When I come out yesterday morning, planted them 2 days ago, come out yesterday morning, or didn't even come out, I'm looking out the window, and the pear tree over here, a bunch of the stuff was all pulled up and piled in a pile. Raccoon. Dug it all up, tried to dig down in, thought he was going to find a treasure. Well, he wasn't. It was just a blood meal and bone meal he could smell mixed up in the soil. The way I know it was a raccoon is because the roof always gets lifted off of this. And when I come here on the weekend, this thing will sit. If there's no seed in this, the thing will sit here all week and they won't touch it because they know there's no seed in it, I guess. But when I come here on the weekend and put just a little bit of bird seed in this thing, almost every time now I'll get up the next morning, that'll be in the ground. Well, that's why this bark was all pulled off. I've caught them climbing up there before. So there's a great big raccoon around here. There's rabbits around here. So you just can't win, right? But we will, we'll keep gardening anyway. It doesn't matter what. And it's funny, rabbits don't touch anything in here. They don't bother that bed, as nice as that looks. And again, look at the grapevines this year. They're going crazy because of the weather. This is a Concord. This is a Bach Noir. This one's even going crazy. Taking right off and going up through. And the two of them are kind of mixing on the arbor. Excuse me, this one's going right up through and they're kind of mixing on the arbor. This little girl over here is called Vanessa. And Vanessa is taken right off this year too. This grape last year only got about a foot tall. Look at this thing. I had to build a support for it, and I got to build a bigger support because, as you can see, it's growing like crazy. This thing is taken right off this year. So Vanessa likes where she's sitting. She likes being here. I need to get something to tie her on. Like, look at these little branches already going right out here, right? So I need something to tie this on. But beautiful, beautiful new growth, and that thing is taken right off. I just built that 2 weeks ago, and I should have built it a lot taller because this is going to want to go right up beside the building. So pretty cool. Brook is so low, it's just ridiculous right now to look down there. There's hardly any water at all. Dried right up. What a year to be the end of June. Anyway, I'm not going to ramble on about much more here today. I wasn't even going to bother making a video this weekend, but I just wanted to kind of stay current, stay active, and stay in touch with you guys. And we're going to go camping again this week, I think, somewhere. I'm not sure where yet. I'm not sure how. Got that Goldwing, the bike. We got the tent trailer, and we haven't hauled the tent trailer with the bike yet anywhere, but we want to do a camping trip with that very soon. I also have a big tent, great big friggin', it's like a 12-man tent I've owned for like 10 or 12, 14 years. It's an old tent, but it's in good shape. We want to use it and go somewhere camping also. And I'm not sure yet what or when we're going to do it, but we kind of work around the weather, and I'm lucky now, kind of being, I'm definitely not retired, semi-retired I'd call it, that I can work around, and I can kind of work when I feel like it. So I can work what days I want, work what days I don't have to. Still staying fairly busy in the garage, a lot going on there. So, and I'm going to have to, I'm just all over the place here. I'm gonna have to come up with a better support for this too. Look at the branches coming out on this already. Again, it's only the end of June. This grapevine is already going nuts. So I can do something with it to contain it all. Look at it all here. And all the new shoots coming up off it. It's so healthy. So friggin' healthy, I love it. Beautiful, beautiful plant. Something about grapevines. Anyways, I think enough rambling for this week, guys. And we'll let you know if we go camping wherever we go. We'll keep in touch and probably make a video of it. So from Cynthia and I, who's inside taking her easy, live simply, remain grateful, and we'll talk to you soon.